the new governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy. The sports betting goes into effect Thursday morning, and we'll get all the twists and turns. Now, I got to figure, this guy, the new governor is originally from, if I remember right, Needham, Mass. And if that's the case, you're probably a Red Sox fan, right?
Mike, it's good to be on.
My pleasure, Governor. First, congratulations on your victory. Now, are you a Red Sox fan?
I plead the fifth. Yes, yeah. I've grown up a Red Sox fan, right. But I'm not looking to start any fights with fans of other great baseball teams. But
okay.
I am a Red Sox fan.
So you're a Harvard guy and a Needham, Mass guy, right? Isn't that originally?
Newton and Needham and Harvard College.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Tell us. Thursday's a big day. Tell us what's going to happen, and then I'll get into the other particulars. Go ahead.
You betcha. And again, great to be on. Thanks for having me. So we will place the first bets. I, in fact, myself will place the first bets at Monmouth Park at 10:30 on Thursday morning. I think the Borgata in Atlantic City is going to go live at about the same time. I'm thrilled to be doing it. It's been a long time coming, many, many years. And we're finally going to get sports betting in New Jersey, and I'm thrilled.
Governor, what is the – now, you're going to be open in two places, as you said, the Monmouth and the Borgata.
Correct.
When you're up at full running, and that means online with and on on the internet, on phones, and on mobile facilities, and then other places, how many different places can people bet when you get fully operational?
Well, you get all the casinos in Atlantic City.
Right.
You'll get the 3 tracks in New Jersey that are still racing, which is Monmouth, Meadowlands, and Freehold.
Right. And
then there's a provision to allow a betting location inside the old oval at Cherry Hill. So that'd be, that's about a dozen or so places in the state. And then you've got the online option as well.
How come it's going to take, as I read yesterday, and maybe this is accurate, maybe it's not, is it going to take 30 days? And if it is, how come it's going to take 30 days to get up online?
So the bill that I signed it had in it that the online piece would come in 30 days after the actual bricks and mortar. That's to make sure that we get the online piece of this exactly right and working with the enforcement side of it, and I'm sure we will get it right. It happens that Monmouth Track and Borgata just happen to have invested the money, and they happen to be more ready to go than the other places. So there's no good reason for the other spots not opening up on Thursday. It's just that Monmouth and Borgata put the investment in, and they're ready to go.
We're talking with the governor of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, sports betting on Thursday after the Supreme Court decision, the first state up. I believe Delaware was up first. Now you're Jersey, but you're the one that obviously got the ball rolling here with the court case.
Correct.
Governor, tell me this. What will, in your mind, what will this produce and what will this mean to the state?
What it produces, actually, based on any assessment of it, is actually more modest than I would have guessed or that many would have guessed. My guess is, at least in the early years, something in the $15 to $20, $25 million of revenue for the state. That's on the narrow question of the tax revenue related to the betting.
Wow, I would have thought more money. I would have thought more.
Me too. Me too, Mike. But listen, here's the big piece that we're not counting. And you and I will both either live this ourselves or have lots of friends who have done this. It's an NFL playoff weekend. You want to go out with some buddies and make the most of it, spend the weekend, bet on some games, maybe play the tables, or if in a racetrack, go to bet on some races, have a dinner, buy a bottle of wine, see a show, whatever. A lot of that business is, for good reason, that's been in Vegas. And I think we're going to recapture a lot of our fair share in Atlantic City in particular and in the tracks. So I think the knock-on impact on revenue, on tourism, on food and beverage, I think is going to be very significant.
So you think the secondary and tertiary revenue streams are going to be a lot bigger than maybe even the sports betting will produce itself?
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes. Okay. I really believe that.
And how big do you think the online will be?
I can't tell. That's part of the revenue number I gave you. So I think more of it's going to be terrestrial than online would be my guess.
Right.
But that'll be a piece of it.
Do you slate this money for certain areas in the state, or is it just go into general funds? At
the moment, general. I've said all along that I'd be open-minded as to how we deploy the money. But we're a state right now that can use it right in the general fund sweet spot. So that's where I anticipate, at least for now, it'll go.
And you think that it will help you a lot in Atlantic City, right?
Oh, I think so. Listen, you got two hotels that are opening on June 28th. I think both of them are on the 28th. You add in Atlantic City's off the mat. There's no question about it. After having come through a horrible period, you add sports betting on top of that. Summer weather. This is all going in the right direction.
And as far as the operational times for the track, as far as the sports book, I mean, is it going to be open to a certain number of hours? I mean, is it going to be a long day every day for the sports book as far as how much time it'll be open to the public?
I will plead the fifth. I actually don't know.
Okay.
I actually don't know. I'm getting in there obviously on a Thursday in the morning at 10:30 when they normally wouldn't be open. My guess is that they'll be open longer hours.
Gotcha. And I'm surprised. The thought was that this was going to be really a really enormous boost to the economy in all these cities and to the tax coffers, and you're not really predicting that big amount of money the first year.
Again, Mike, and I'm surprised by that too. But a number of different independent organizations have opined on the number. But I think we can't underestimate the knock-on impact. I can't say that enough. Going to the track on a day you wouldn't go otherwise, going to a casino for a weekend in Atlantic City when you otherwise would have been going to Vegas. I think it's big knock-on impact.
We're talking with Phil Murphy, the governor of New Jersey. Sports betting begins on Thursday morning at Monmouth and at the Borgata. Do you believe this will remain a states-run operation, state by state, or do you think there's a chance that Congress gets involved here and there's some federal overriding laws or rules that come into play?
My gut tells me, Mike, that it stays state-regulated. There's some noise around federal action, but by the way, I've long given up my license to try to predict what's coming at us out of Washington. So I frankly can't give you a definitive answer, but I believe this stays state-based would be my guess.
Tell me a little bit about your days as governor so far. How do you like the job?
Oh, I love it. So far, so good. I'm a huge sports fan, so I got sports betting on Thursday, and by the way, not coincidentally, 30 minutes before the World Cup starts, and that's not by accident.
So you're a big soccer fan?
Big soccer fan. I wish the U.S. were in the darn cup. That's one thing I bemoan. But so far on the job side, loving it. It's a huge responsibility. We're a great state filled with 9 million extraordinary people. We have our challenges, let there be no doubt. But there's nothing like the Jersey pride, Jersey attitude, and our best days are ahead of us.
Well, listen, thanks very much for the information. Good luck with your start on Thursday, and thanks for coming on the program. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
My
really
pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Governor. Okay, Governor Phil Murphy. So Thursday at Monmouth and the Borgata, and then in about a month, because they had to get the wrinkles out and get everything operational, they'll be online. But you heard him say that he did not think the revenues from the sports betting were going to be that big the first year. So that's interesting to see exactly whether that's just an underrated estimate, a very conservative estimate, or is it a bigger estimate than we think? I know they feel that people will travel down to AC and really put some money into that city and into those hotels. If they have sports betting, they had to go with their other betting and everything else that goes on. So that feeling that will be very helpful. But, I mean, I would think there's a lot of people like Mons in the state of Jersey that would be, raring to go on Thursday. Mons, I think we should let you go there at 10:30 and tell us what it was like, and then drive in from then and meet us here. So I think I'm giving you the assignment to go there at 10:30 on Thursday, be online. You can get there early, be online, and then leave there in time to come do our show and give us a full hand report of what happened on Thursday, what it was like there.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to do that anyway.
Oh, you were? Right? Okay, so now you get an assignment. So now you can expense it. That's it. I'll pay for the first two bets. How's that?
Now we're in.
All right. I'll pay for the first two. What would your first sports bet be? It's got to be baseball. What else is on the World Cup? You're not going to bet on.
Yeah. So who are the Mets playing?
I mean, on Thursday, the Mets.
Braves still, right?
Yes, I would think if they're playing Thursday, the Mets. No, the Mets play Thursday are in Arizona. They made the move to Arizona Thursday. So it's a 2-game series in Atlanta. So they're in Arizona Thursday night, and the Yankees are in Tampa. Mets are playing an afternoon game tomorrow. So that doesn't work. So Thursday, there'll probably be a day game Thursday. Let me look on the schedule here and see what day game there is up on Thursday. That would be your first game that would be available to you. Let me look and get a game for Thursday as far as the schedule. So we'll see who's up for Thursday. Here we go. Let's see. We have Thursday, you have the Giants and the Marlins at 12:10. That's Rodriguez against Straley. You got the Rockies and the Phillies at 1. That's Marquez and Velasquez. Twins and Tigers, Lynn and Fulmer. You got the Indians with Clevenger on Thursday against the White Sox, and the Astros and the Athletics. Those are all your day games that day. So you can make a nice bet on the Phillies against the Rockies at 1 o'clock as your first game on Thursday. So you can jump over there, see what's going on, tell us how crowded it is, and we will see. So that's the story. With that, we'll take a quick break and come right back.